Hello guys, welcome to another video. In this video, we are going to discuss about branching strategy. So whether you are a developer, a DevOps engineer, or someone new to the field, understanding branching strategy is crucial for efficient and effective code management. Okay, so in this video, we are going to discuss about branching strategy, which generally people follow or organizations follow in their DevOps projects, Scrum project, and Agile projects. Okay, so you might have some question like what is branching and what is branching strategy. Okay, so branching basically is a key feature in version control system like Git, and that allows you to manage your code base if you have multiple developers working together, or even if you are a single developer, or maybe you are part of some team or some organizations. So generally, if you are working in a version control, then you can create multiple branches and work accordingly in parallel with other developers or other team members as well. Okay, so in this video we will be discussing some of the branching strategy you can follow, and we will also discuss the branching strategy which are being followed currently in the corporates or the organizations. Okay, so let's start. The first strategy you can follow is the main only strategy. So in this, generally we create only single branch that is called main or master branch, and we can directly make our code changes in that. So generally we follow this if you are a single developer working in the project, or maybe one or two developers, then you can follow this. You can directly commit your changes in the main branch and directly deploy your changes from main branch as well. But this only works if you have single developer. Okay, see, if you have more than one developer or more than one DevOps engineer, then you can follow the strategy which will be coming after this. Okay, so the second one is development isolation. So suppose if you have some more members in the team, suppose you have 5 members team, then generally you should follow this branching strategy. You have one main branch here, and from that main branch you create a development branch, dev branch, and make your code changes in that. So once you have made all the commits, your code changes is done. Then merge your development branch to the main branch and deploy your production from the main branch. So basically in development branch you can make the changes, you can commit your changes, you can test it, run unit test cases, run some deployment pipeline, CI pipeline if you want. If that is successful, then you can merge out that to main branch. Okay, and you can deploy that as well. The next is feature isolation. So like how you created just the dev branch, same way you can create the feature branch as well, and make your developers or DevOps engineer to work in feature branch. Once that is tested, everything is done, you can move that code to main branch and deploy to production. The another part is if you have some frequent releases. Suppose in monthly you release some project or you release your app, then you should be following this strategy. Generally, we have one main branch, and a release branch will be created from that branch. Okay. Once that is done, you make changes in release branch, you deploy that, you test it, and again you merge it to release branch, sorry, the main branch. Okay. Once this release is gone, your updated code is in main branch, and after for another release, again you create a release branch from main branch and you can deploy this release version 2 to your production or maybe pre-prod or your testing environment. So the your main code, main branch is updated every time. So once this release is again moved to production, you can merge this release v2 again to main branch. So in this strategy, you can follow this release isolation model. If you have multiple releases in a year or maybe in a month. Okay. So you can follow this strategy servicing and release isolation. If you generally need this servicing branch for maybe to take the code backups and all. So from main branch, generally you create this servicing branch, and from servicing branch, you create the release branch, release and deploy this release to your production or your particular environments whenever you want to deploy. After that, you create a hotfix. If you have some hotfix or fix, and you merge that to servicing branch, and finally once that is tested and deployed, you can again merge it to your main branch. So every time your main branch code is updated. Okay, like this is for one developer. The same strategy can be followed by multiple developers, and they can work together in a single project. And this one is for hotfix. So if you suppose you are doing a release, you are going for a release, you have created the release branch for your main branch. Okay, and in the meantime you got one bug, then you have to take the hotfix as well, right? So you can directly create a hotfix branch from your release branch, and you can deploy that to main production. Once that is done, you can merge your hotfix branch to servicing and main branch. Okay, we'll see some branching strategy examples which are being followed in some of the organizations. Okay, so generally, if you see this, generally there is a main branch, or you can say this is the master branch. People create a development branch. So this develop branch will be deployed only to development environment. Okay, so there will be a branch with development. This will be created, and this will be deployed only to the dev environment. Okay, from development branch, different people like different developers will create feature branches. They will make the changes in feature branch. They will test it maybe with CI pipeline. They will run unit test cases. Once that is successful, they will again merge their feature branch to develop branch. After that cycle will repeat. The from development branch, dev environment will be deployed, and again if someone has to change it, again they will create a feature branch. They will make the changes, and again they will merge it to development branch. Once this is okay, it will, I mean, they can merge it to main branch. Okay, so basically you create three branches in this. One is main or master branch, one is develop branch, and one is feature branch. People will work only in feature branch. Once, I mean, those are committed and tested, they can merge their code to develop branch. From develop branch, dev environment or maybe testing environment will be deployed. After that, they can merge this develop branch to main branch. Or from in production, maybe you can take that from main branch. Okay, this is the another one which consists of master branch, hotfix branch, release branch, develop branch, and feature branches. So generally, this strategy are being followed in most of the organizations today. You can say this is the DevOps strategy, DevOps branching strategy. Okay, so we have a master branch in that. If you have some hotfix branch, then hotfix branch will be created, and there will be a release branch and develop branch. after that feature branch. So people will create a feature branch from develop branch. Okay, and develop branch will be created from master branch. So I mean master and develop should be, I mean, equivalent. There should be no change. And if someone has to work, they will create a feature branch from develop branch. They will make the changes, test it, and merge it again to develop branch. Okay, from develop branch, dev environment will be deployed, and from develop branch again a release branch will be created from this develop branch only. Okay, so once this release deploy branch is created and move to suppose test environment or pre-prod environment. Okay, and once that is deployed, or maybe you can deploy that to production as well. Generally people follow, they deploy site environment or testing environment, pre-prod environment, and production environment from release branch. Okay, once that is deployed, they merge it to master branch. So your release branch is in production, then you can merge it to master branch. So in the meantime, if you have some hotfix, then you create a hotfix branch or maybe feature directly and merge your hotfix changes again to release branch. Okay. So in the meantime, like see, if you have these changes in release branch, then it goes to develop branch. Again, you make that change in develop and merge it to release, and again release will be merged to master branch. Okay, so generally this strategy is being followed by most of the organizations at the moment in DevOps. Okay, so if you see this, this is also almost similar, the Scrum process. So here also people, we have main branch, release branch, and development branch. So in a Scrum, generally works gets done in a sprint. So for a sprint, people will create their own feature branch. They will make changes. Okay, you can say the step by step, like in the first one, merge everything from main to development branch. So main branch, this main branch is kind of master branch. Okay, so this will have your updated code. Okay, main branch should be merged to development branch. In this process, in development branch, all the developing process will happen. Okay, after that you can see publish main branches to production. So you can publish your main branch to production, and you can create a specific release as well to deploy that in particular environments. Like suppose if you have there is this release 1.1.0 branch, this can be taken to the respective environments like test environments, pre-prod, and production. After that you can create another release branch, suppose release 1.2.0, and you can take that again to SIT, pre-prod, and prod environments. Okay, so in this case, your main branch is the updated one, and you will be deploying your environment from release branch. Okay, if you have some hotfix, you can directly go ahead and merge that to release branch, and once that is fixed and deployed, merge that again the hotfix to main branch. The hotfix which you have just merged to release branch to deploy that in your environments, you can again merge that to main branch. Okay, so generally people will follow most of the cases, I think generally 2 or 3 strategy only they follow. First they have feature branch, and from feature branch you make that changes, run your development environment, deploy your development environment, run unit test cases, and merge that code to master branch. Once master is merged, create a release branch from your master branch, and that will go till production. Okay, so once if you have some hotfix or bug in that in between, then again you create a feature branch for your release branch, make the changes, merge that code again to master branch, and cherry pick that to feature branch, sorry, release branch, and again deploy to your respective environments. Okay, this is one of the branching strategy, and another one is the simple one which I explained earlier. Like you have a feature branch, you can merge that to release branch. Suppose you have a master branch, you created a feature branch from your master branch, you made the change, and after that you created a release branch from your feature branch and deployed that release branch till production. After your production deployment is done, merge that release branch again to your main branch or master branch. Okay, so these are the two branching strategy generally people follow in most of the organizations. Okay, there in another develop branch in between. So generally some people follow like they create a feature branch. After that they will merge that code to development branch. After that they will deploy and test in development environment, and they will merge it to release branch on and main branch. Okay, even in this example you can say like this is the development branch. After that, once this is done, this will be merged to main branch, and after this main branch, from this main branch a release branch will be created like release 1.0, release 1.1.0, release 2.0. Okay, so if you have some bugs in between, like current release is 1.0.0 which is going on, and there is a hotfix came in that. So generally you do, I mean, do changes in your development branch, add your changes, test your changes, run unit test cases, and create a pull request from your development branch directly from that development branch to release branch. Okay, and deploy into your environment, suppose test environment, pre-prod, and productions. Once that is deployed, the hotfix changes which you just merged to release branch again create a pull request to main branch and merge it to main branch. Okay, so these were the some branching strategy generally people follow in most of the organizations. Okay, I think we have covered everything in the branching strategy. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching.